Okay, so pag-aralan po natin para sa grade 9 first quarter, sculptures from the early age. Pag-aralan po na, mag-review muna tayo kung ano yung ginawa last time. So, doon sa ating individual activity, sagutan po natin yung table which is for the um, classical, this one. Ito po yung topic last time. Yung Western art classical tradition. So, yun. Tapos ito po yung pinaka activity niyan. Ano ba yun? Ito pinaka-activity niya. So, from the period era, lalagay po natin yung ancient paintings like prehistoric Egyptian, lagay po natin characteristics and then the function. Classical paintings, one na Greek and two Roman, characteristics nila and function. Medieval paintings like the Byzantine, Romanesque, and Gothic, characteristics and function. So, we go to sculptures from the early age. Pag sinabi mong sculpture, ang unang pupunta sa isip ko is statue. So, punta tayo sa Wikipedia to talk about statues. O, ang statue is a freestanding sculpture which the realistic, full-length figures, person, animals, carved or cast, durable materials like wood, metal, stone. Typically, statues are life-size, close to life-size, sculpture and represents persons or animals at full figure, small enough to lift and carry a statuette or a figurine. One of more than life-size, a colossal statue. Ito yung isa sa colossal. Yung colors naman nila, um, depende naman sa ano yan eh. Kunyari, pagka outside sculptures, isan bronze or marble. Then, yung kulay na lang nila, nagkakaroon na lang ng discoloration because of the light yung nasa labas. Then, ito si Hermes in the Infant Dionysius. Ito naman yung Statue of Unity, the world's tallest statue in Gujarat, India. Yan. Ito naman sa Greece. Ito naman yung prehistoric. Matawag po dito, Venus of Bethlehem, anthropomorphic people found northern Israel, dated at least 230,000 years before present. Sobrang tagal, 230 years before present. Claimed to be the oldest statuette. However, researchers are divided to whether it is shape is derived from natural erosion or was carved out by early man. So the Venus of Tantan, a similar object of similar age found in Morocco, was also claimed to be a statuette. So itong ano na to, sasabi nila pinaka matagal daw na or yun, pinaka matagal prehistoric example ng statue from Israel which is 230,000 years before present time. Medyo ano no, medyo sobrang tagal na. Ito naman yung John the Renaissance. Yan, mababanggit yan mamaya. Ito naman yung iba. Okay? So, baka mabanggit din to mamaya. Ito yung iba, ito yung iba. Yan. Mababanggit siguro iba dito. Yeah. Okay, let's go. So, punta tayo naman ng tawag dito, SlideShareNet to see a PowerPoint which is parehas sa ating lesson which is the sculptures of early age. Grade 9 arts first quarter sculptures from early age. Start. So, materials used in sculptures vary according to region, locality. Archaeologists believe that their sculpture is a result of natural erosion, and not of human artistry. Medyo ano to Frequently carving mythological religious significance. So, yun. Yung sinabi ko kanina. So, prehistoric sculptures. Sabi nila, yung iba daw gawa po sa natural erosion, most of the time hindi siya human artistry. Sabi nila dito. Ewan ko paano nabuo yan kung not because of human artistry. Okay? Frequently carving may have mythological and religious significance. So, tandaan po natin, ang prehistoric sculptures are frequently carved because of mythological or religious significance and believe that the sculpture is a result of natural erosion and not human artistry. Pwede ba sabihin yun? Okay, so Venus of Willendorf, image from the treasure of the world, CCP library, carved from the limestone, excessive heavy breast and abdomen used to charm, ensure fertility. Yan, okay. Ito naman yung Venus of Bracefoy. Hindi ko alam kung nabanggit ko na maayos to. So, the sculpture of a lady with a hood is a fragmentary ivory figurine from the upper Paleolithic era that realistically represents a human face and hairstyle. Venus of Bracepoy. Hindi ko alam kung nabanggit ko na maayos. Next is sculptures from the Egyptian era. So, pag sinabi nating Egyptian era, yan. So, from Egypt, something like that. Symbolic elements were widely used as forms of hieroglyphics. Relative size, location, materials, colors, actions, and gestures were widely used. Their tomb required the most extensive use of sculpture. So, yun yung kanilang characteristic. Symbolic elements, meron silang yung tombs nila has some extensive use of sculpture. Then, the most common materials used for sculptures are wood, ivory, and stones. Ano yung mga characteristics nito? So, characteristics of sculptures ng Egypt or Egyptian era, symbolism were heavily used to represent gods. They were represented as a composite creature with animal heads and human bodies. Madalas ito sa mga sa mga Egyptian sculpture may ulo ng ibon, ulo ng pusa, something like that. Relief compositions were arranged in horizontal lines to record event or to represent an action. So, yung kanilang mga sculpture which is sa dingding, ang pagbasa po niyan horizontally para makita yung story, minsan story nung namatay at story niya na magiging story niya pagdating niya sa kabilang buhay. So, most of the time, number 3, most of the time the gods were shown larger than humans, the kings larger than their followers, the dead are larger than the living, something like that. Empty spaces were filled with figurines on or hieroglyphics. All individual components were brought to the plane of representation and laid out like writing. So, tingnan natin yung isang So, kung mapapansin nyo, ito yung call this one of the sculptures. Okay? So, Queen Nefertiti, painted limestone. In 18th dynasty, 1375 and 1357 BC. So, image from the world of 1961 CCP library. Realistic with heavy lidded eyes, slender neck, determined chin, and pure profile under her heavy crown. If queen refers to the great royal wife of Egyptian Pharaoh. Yun. Next is, meron pa tayong isa pa. The Pharaoh Munkaore and his queen stone. 4th dynasty, 254 2548 to 2530 BCE. An example of portrait presented rigid postures were simple and but powerful in the little show of private emotion. So, yung yung babae nakahawak yan. Parang kumbaga may mapapansin kang emotion behind this sculpture. Yung rigid na pagkadikit nila, yung kamay ng babae nakayakap sa tiyan, nakahawak sa kamay, showing deep affection for the male or for his partner. Tapos ano pa ba? Medyo yung paa nila naka-forward ng konti yung kaliwa. I don't know what's the meaning of that. Then wala ba silang damit? Parang wala silang pantaas, no? So siguro si babae nakapalda, no? I don't know if it is a long dress, something like that. But the male has a parang towelette na para sa And then meron silang mga headdresses. Yan. Okay? So, very simple but powerful message pertaining to the sculpture. Sculptures from the classical period. Greek sculptures. Simula tayo sa Greek sculptures. So, Greek sculptures, early sculptures were tense, stiff Their bodies were hidden within enfolding robes. 3 centuries of experiments, Greek sculptures had finally evolved and showed all points of human anatomy and proportion. So pag sinabi natin Greek sculptures, makita mo yung essence of the human anatomy and their proportion. Parang realistic na in the sense of tama yung sukat, yung comparison ng balikat doon sa katawan o yung position ng muscles or yung abdomen, halos tama, realistic na. One of the most popular stars in Greek sculptures was the Hellenistic style. Hellenistic denotes a preference in sculpture for more elaborated patterns, mannered arrangement of figures and groups, and emphasis on representation of movement or dramatic effects. So one of the example of this one is Miron, the Discobolus, chose an attitude of maximum tension, full of compressed energy and about to explode. Yan. So, ano to, parang bumubuelo siya para itapon yung disc. Yan. Disc throw siguro to. Disc throw na laro sa athletics. And then, it shows the flexing, yung pag-contrast ng muscle for ready propulsion of the disc. Yan, parang umikot yung kanyang yung kanyang abs, yung abdomen niya umikot para ready na siyang itatapon yung disc. So yan si Meron, the Discobolus, 450 BC. Next is the Roman sculptures. Roman sculpture. Okay, so most Roman sculptures are made from monumental terracotta. They did not attempt to compete with the freestanding Greek works of history or mythology, but rather than produce reliefs in great Roman triumphal columns with continuous narrative reliefs around. So ito, parang nagkukwento yung Portonacio sarcophagus between 180 and 190 BCE galing sa National Romano Image Treasures of the World 1961. Okay, so kung titingnan niyo yung image, most of the time parang nagbibigay siya ng story. Ayan. Yan kasi ang characteristic ng Roman soldiers. Okay? So, yung mga panalo nila, pinagyayabang nila, something like that. Used for the burial of Roman general involved the campaign of Marcus Aurelius. So, the best known elaborate of all sarcophagus, a box-like funeral receptacle of the dead body, comes from a Greek word, sarx, mean flesh, or phagen, meaning to eat. Flesh eating. Okay? The best known sarcophagus. Sarx mean flesh, and phagen mean to eat. Parang kinakain yung katawan. It depicts a battle scene between Romans and Germans, carved in marble. Alam niyo ba, pag nag-carve kayo sa marble, medyo may kamahalan. Kasi ang marble kasi, ang hirap, pag nagkamali ka sa marble, hindi mo na basta-basta mababalik. Kaya, medyo, magaling talaga yung naglilok nito. From the way it is being shown as an artwork, ang hirap gawin nito. Sobrang hirap. Kasi, brittle ang marble konting pukpok ba lang pwede mabasag. Okay? Next is the sarcophagus from Cerveti C. 520 Museo Nacional de Villa Gila, Rome. So made from terracotta and the length is 6'7" or 2.06 meters. A husband and a wife are showing reclining comfortably as they are in a couch. Yeah. Let's go with Byzantine. The Byzantine dominant themes in Byzantine sculptures are religious everyday life scenes, and motifs from nature. Animals were used, symbols, dove, deer, peafowl, and some acrostic signs, form of writing which a message from the form taking first letter, syllable, or word significance lines, putting them together. Yeah. So they contain great theological significance. So number one is Barbeni Dipich. Ayun ko, paano basahin to? Ito siya. Barbeni Dipich, an early example of Byzantine ivory work. So, ivory, from, parang marble din siya, yung ivory. So, hanapin nga natin kung ano yung ivory. Ivory. Ayan. Ivory is a hard material which comes from the tusk and feet of animals such as elephant, walruses, and narwhals. So, yun ang ivory. So, elephants, walruses, and narwhals, meron silang sungay na it is teeth na extending from their body, and it is being harvested and then made as a sculpture, something like that. Okay. Next is Romanesque. Some of the famous sculpture pieces and reliquaries, altar frontals, crucifixes, devotional images, small individual work of art generally made of costly materials for royal aristocratic patrons. These lightweight devotional images were usually carried during processions both inside and outside the churches. So ano to? Religion-based naman ito. So one of the good examples nito, yung Last Judgment. Type map, type map nun, an architectural element which the Ark of or Pediment, the West Portal Cathedral of Saint Lazare, Oton, Burgundy, France. Yung copyright niya 1120 to 35 by Gislebertus. Image from the World 1961 CCP. Okay? So kung titingnan nyo, so ito yung tawag na Last Judgment, kumbaga paghuhukom. So makikita natin yung different people here being, diba parang being judged by someone in the middle. Yan. Okay? Yan. Okay? Let's go. Gothic sculptures. Gothic sculptures have greater freedom of style. They no longer lay closely against the wall. They began to project outward. Figures were given their own particular attitude instead of being set into particular patterns and more lively and realistic. The resurrection of the Virgin, end of the 12th century, Cathedral image from the Treasure of the World 1961, CCP Library. So ano ba yung Gothic style? So have the greater freedom of style. So they no longer closely against the wall, they began to project outward. Parang high relief, something like that. So yung from the relief, high relief, tapos umangat na sila sa pinakadingding. And then more realistic in the way they are being carved out. And ano pa ba? Lively and realistic. Okay? So, they project outward. Yan. So, ang activity nyo dito is compare and contrast. So, choose two sculptures from the different era, compare and contrast to using the following indicators. Name of sculpture, period, materials used, use of elements like sculpture and line, shape, color, texture, distinctive characteristics of the sculpture. So, for example, kung ito ay, example, Romanesque and Gothic. Yan. Anong period? Anong period si 1120-35, si anong period ni 12th century. Yan. Tapos, materials used dito ay wala nakalagay pediment siguro marble. I don't know if it's marble. Parang example lang yan. Yan. Okay? So, yun. Pangalan, anong period, anong ginamit na materials, then elements of, marami tayong masasabi about the elements of art And then, distinctive characteristic. Usually, ang Romanesque, religious based ng mga ng mga crucifixes, devotional images, and ginagamit sa mga procession, both inside and outside the churches. Pag sinabi naman natin ating Gothic, wala, freedom of style, and they project outward, and more lively and realistic. So, yun. Yun yung tawag ito, characteristic para do sa ating compare and contrast. Sana may natutunan kayo. Thank you.